Sounds like the overall tone on retail is bearish. If you had to pick a few names to be long in discretionary consumer during the holiday season, what would you go with?
So I actually won't accept the premise of the question in that I don't think that is bearish. If you look at it, for the year-to-date, retail is down 4.3%, and the market's up 1.3%. So it's only, it's not like you had a huge gap in between those two. Yeah, the last month has been choppy, but on a year-to-date basis, it's really not. And the short interest overall, I would tell anybody to look at the short interest for any of these names now versus, I hate to say 08, 09, because, that was a really, that was its own beast, but it's a shadow of where the short interest was. So I think that overall that everyone could and will, by the time we see another 1 and 2 rounds of earnings revisions downward, get a lot more bearish on these things. So what would I own? I would own things that I think have a setup that aren't really depending on overall spending being up, 1 or 2 points in either direction. And those are names like Restoration Hardware. I still think it's a huge story that's underappreciated. I'm floored by how many people I talk to on it who are real sophisticated, who don't actually understand the underlying earnings drivers. And as long as I see that, I know that there's still a lot to be unleashed there. I also like Kate Spade. It's gotten beaten up. It's been admittedly expensive over the past year while it's been getting pummeled because it's had no earnings. I think that once the company reports upcoming quarter earnings, that we're going to see that it's going to earn more in the fourth quarter than it has in the past 7 years combined. And people will look at $1 in earnings next year, and it'll look downright cheap.